Hello everyone. Hope you are doing well. Hope you all had a good restful time over the Christmas, and if you're celebrating Christmas, you all had a good time with the family and friends. That's what the whole important thing of life. Last time when I did the video, I talked about the single best thing I did in 2021. As I mentioned, I took effort to set goals for the year and I became very intentional. With that, I saw the benefits that were coming to the life, and I wanted to share a bit more about that as well. And especially when you focus on one single area and set a bigger goal, sometimes they are called breakthrough goals, sometimes you can call a stretching goals, whatever the way you call it. When you set a bigger goal and when you work on it and when you really reach that goal, how it can transform your whole life is what the experience I wanted to share today. And also at the end, I wanted to share some tips that you can use, which I learned through my experience as well. So let's dive into that. The health and fitness is an important area for all of us. I don't think anyone would disagree, because when we have a good health, when we have good vitality, that's very important for our day-to-day life. So coming into 2021, as I mentioned last time, I set a goal for myself that I want to become a regular runner. And then it evolves further and I ran a marathon, and then continuously I did my running on a daily basis. And now that I have a habit of running every single day, unless I'm going to work, I do run, and that's no longer a challenge for me. I don't think about it, and it just happens. Every morning when around the 9 o'clock comes, I definitely have the desire that I want to do my run before I eat my breakfast. So that's the habit building part. But before going there, the important part of this goal is when I had that bigger goal of running the marathon or whatever the physical activity, that helped me transforming many other activities relating to health, because the health and fitness is not just doing some activities at gym or running or cycling, etc. It includes many other things. How about your sleep? That's important as well. What you eat, that contributes to a good health. And also then, do you drink enough water? All sorts of things are important when it comes to health and fitness. And in certain aspects, I set some goals in those areas as well. But more importantly, because I had this bigger goal and when I continuously worked on that goal, I saw actually I started working on these areas as well. So as a result of that, I became more conscious about what I eat, and I managed to cut down the number of meals I take. Although I've been thinking about it for a long time, I became more intentional and I reduced the number of meals to 2 every single day, and then introduced fasting into the mix as well, so to do intermittent fasting more often in the week. And biggest improvement was, more than anything, was I completely stopped consuming sugar. So there's no sweets in my life anymore. I don't eat cakes, biscuits or anything, and that was a huge improvement. And also the other thing is drinking more water and having adequate amount of sleep. All those things became part of my routine, not because of purely setting goals. It's because of the awareness that comes with such big goal. That's why I encourage you to think, as you coming to 2022, I know for sure every one of you like to have bigger goals. So think about health and fitness. The improvements you get from that is immeasurable. And another important improvement that I got was the cutting down of my procrastination. And I remember procrastinating on many areas. and health would have been one area as well, and in doing other things as well. And when you become more intentional, when you become more aware of what you're doing, that awareness will help you again transforming your life. That's why I'm encouraging you to think about a bigger goal, set a bigger goal. Initially, it may be seen as a real hard thing. Don't think about that. First, completely lock away that thinking. How am I going to do this? Am I really capable of doing that? Put that thinking completely to a side. Set the bigger goal. I wrote one blog post some time back. I remember that's start big, think big, start small. That's my encouragement. When you take smaller steps, little by little, every single day, it'll accumulate. And I'm talking here towards the end of 2021 in December. And when I look back for the whole year, I look back my journals, I look back my progress, this is what I found out. And that's why I wanted to share with you. I encourage you to take that small step, which is to write a big goal. Set a big goal in the health and fitness area. This is what I do. Then we can work towards it. And my tip for you to start with, if you want to run a marathon, and which is completely a possible goal, if I can do it, as I said last time, you can do it. There's no doubt about it. Write down that goal. I want to do a marathon by 31st of July 2022. And then don't try to run straight away. If you have not been running, if you have been running, that's absolutely fine. If you have not been running and if you're starting to do some physical activity, do just a 1 mile walk 3 times a week for 2 months. Just 2 months continuously, 1 mile 3 times a week. Just that's it. When you do that for 2 months, you will automatically see the momentum kicks in. And that momentum will propel you to go and add more miles, more and more, little by little, and also the more number of days. That's the way to go, because we can immediately think, oh, 2 months is too long for me to see any result. That's because we have been programmed too long with the instant gratification. We need to turn off that instant gratification. And if you can turn off that instant gratification need, and if you take that smaller step with that big goal in mind, big goal in the list, I'm sure you will succeed. And my encouragement for you, please go and take that first step. And I'll try to share more tips in the next coming days as I get time, especially before 1st January. But let's start. When we start, it'll happen. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, and the next best time is today. So my encouragement for you today is to take that step. Thank you very much for listening and watching this video. And if you found it useful, please share with others. And also don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful week.